framework. What we will say, it's not the full product of this, but a skeleton, but added with the points which has emerged. So me and Lydia would like to present to you the Bengaluru roadmap. It's a draft. It's evolving, and we have defined, like we means it is already there, that it's a scholarly led publishing system, and there are other supporters like the institutionals and then previous declarations all there. Now this is coming at the third summit at Bengaluru, building upon the previous two summits from the Toluca and then Cape Town. Toluca produced the way forward, and Cape Town has produced the declaration on diamond open access. Now it is to go beyond the declarations to have the actions. So we are building up the roadmap with these consultations happening. So this roadmap is again I said, it's a living document or the framework which reflects the understanding, the Diamond OA, shaped by the diverse scholarly cultures, infrastructures, policy environments. Strengthening it requires the ongoing collaborations, learning and adaptations. That's what we are now doing. Bringing together the shared objectives for which we are here and the actions defined during the Bengaluru summit, while leaving the space for regional, national, disciplinary, institutional pathways for the implementations. So, yes, Lydia now. Okay. Bengaluru roadmap, as mentioned, is intended to evolve over time, informed by the continued dialogue, evidence from the practice, and renewed commitments from the global diamond open access community. As again mentioned, it's the purpose and the scope is like this. It provides the broad, actionable recommendations that can be adapted to the regional, national, disciplinary, and institutional. That's what this the theme of the summit is on the agriculture and the broad scientific disciplines. We wanted to have the more in-depth discussions on the disciplinary and also the regional, which we had discussions with national, and all things will be incorporated from the points which has evolved from the deliberations. So the draft Bengaluru declaration, the draft Bengaluru roadmap is there in front of us. It has the incorporations from the sessions, plenary sessions. To start with, I can say the reimagining scholarly publishing for equity, inclusion, and multilingualism. The points have come like affirm the diamond open access as an instrument of equality and public value, the public good kind of thing, and translate the shared principles into coordinated collective action, respond to the context-specific challenges in the development of diamond OA ecosystems, strengthen scholarly publishing sovereignty, strengthen quality, trust, research, integrity in the diamond OA, recognize ancestral traditional knowledge holders as producers of knowledge, very important. Acknowledge local languages by communicating science in local languages. That's what the all inclusiveness we are going to talk. And it calls for the action for the community. Who are all? The institutions, civil society, research communities, young researchers, library community, research and innovation stakeholder organizations, governments, and intergovernmental organizations. where they are required. It's a building, supporting and sustaining the diamond OA infrastructures. You can see here, they invest in the people and shared capacity, not just platforms. We have here many examples in the morning, European or Almasi, these kind of people and capacity building, not just platforms. Commit to the stable, structural, public funding for core infrastructure. That's what. We alone as a community cannot go, but we need the support of the other public institutions like we have here in India. You can take the examples of InfluNet, ICR or CSR kind of things, which require for the sustainability. Aligned research assessments, that's what also discussed. Incentives and policy with diamond OA values. Build coordinated interoperable ecosystems rather than isolated solutions. Use open source, free and open source technologies, community networks to reduce the cost and risk. That's how we share the knowledge, platforms, infrastructure, what all required for the diamond OA to be implemented through this roadmap kind of thing. Position diamond OA infrastructure as a societal asset. And some of the points coming from other sessions are also being added to this. Publishing platforms, if I take services for diamond platforms and services for diamond OA. Platforms as foundational community governed infrastructure. That's we have here seen. Quality trust, visibility beyond commercial indexing. Capacity gaps, uneven support for journals and books. All these things will be added, like how we are going to tackle this, implement it, understand. That is about the roadmap, which we are going to discuss here. Now I'll ask Lydia to take over, please.
Thank you, Sridhar. Yes, so as he's saying, every one of these bullet points that you see are the headings of the actions that will follow. But that, of course, requires a more thorough analysis of the outcomes of every session. So it will be in the full version of the roadmap. Here we are presenting the basic structure, which also can evolve a little bit when we go through the analysis of the input received from all of you. So you know that there were several workshops on the first day before the inaugural session. These are indeed, of course, same outcomes of the summit as any others. We had a workshop on metadata standards, interoperability, and persistent identifiers. And here are 5 main actions that have been extracted from that discussion, such as establishing metadata and persistent identifiers as core public infrastructure for Diamond OA, promote interoperable, identify agnostic ecosystem, supporting the development and alignment of a globally interoperable persistent identifiers ecosystem, lower barriers to adoption through shared services and equitable cost models, invest in capacity building and multilingualism, we emphasize the multilingualism, and develop a global community-led response to sustainable and emerging pressures. Again, these are kind of keywords that underline the actions that will be in it. The work is incomplete. We had sessions talking about repositories and prints as core components of Diamond Open Access. We don't have yet the list of bullet points that we have been showing so far. They will come. Same for Diamond OA initiatives, journal, books, and scholarly societies, because these are most recent sessions, so no time to give you a kind of a processed version of the types of actions that will be in. Same for repositories, same for capacity building and standard development. A bit already processed on research assessment as a pathway to Diamond OA, and these are 4 actions that probably will be proposed as such in the roadmap, including the development of a stronger scholarly knowledge base on current research systems to know more how the current system is functioning, where are the opportunities for change, and what are the consequences. Second, develop an approach to research assessment as a constructive exercise, not as a judgment exercise for researchers. Importantly, engage with researchers to develop trainings to inform researchers and reviewers on the consequences and the ways to tackle approaches to new research assessment systems, and define or refine, whatever the case, policies and roadmaps at institutional and governmental levels to provide a framework for those engagements. Another aspect that we have dealt right this morning, therefore no bullet points yet here for you, but just to show that this is part of the structure of the roadmap. And now, you know that in the program there were a couple of high-level meetings. These were meetings that we held with the government representatives that so kindly have honored us with our presence. Alice Almeida da Seita, Pedro Vango, Remy Kidion, Marandakos, Zeynep Baroglu from UNESCO. So we had specific meetings with them because we wanted to know how in that roadmap we can express the support that we would welcome from them. So here is a first attempt to present that kind of support. We would like to call governments to include Diamond Open Access as a strategic model of science dissemination, to support it, to be scholarly owned under the governance and at the service of the scientific community and the society, thus fulfilling the promise that scientific knowledge is a global public good for the benefit of society. So what does it mean in particular? So here is a list of bullet points that we propose to send, to promote with government representatives. First, recognize Diamond as a core scholarly communication system. Use normative instruments to affirm that access to scientific knowledge is a right, based, for example, on the UNESCO recommendation of 2021. Anchor Diamond OA in public interest governance. Invest strategically in national and international Diamond open access capacity building and non-commercial infrastructure. Build a shared evidence base and articulate the societal value of Diamond open access. Enable the evolution of research evaluation systems to fully recognize Diamond open access. And last but not least, preserve sovereignty of scholarly publishing within the scholarly community. Now, what's next? Well, next is that the International Overseeing Committee, that is the one that has been coordinated this framework and the beginning of the draft, will continue the work of analysis of the outcomes of these sessions. And we will deliver it to you, hopefully, by the end of February. That is our target deadline. So not so much time will pass. And I think now it is perhaps time to stop for a moment and ask you if you have any questions. So, Sridhar, you go.
And these are the people who were behind this roadmap building, and I call upon each one of the International Overseeing Committee members to be on the stage to show to all you who are the people. So may I call upon Zoe, Arben, Joanna, Lydia, Milan, Ashley, Yuriko, Marco, Madan, absent in his absentia, Johan, Brecht, Monica, again in absentia, David, and Zainab. May I request everyone to be on the stage?
Sure, the next one.
Oh, yeah. Two of our colleagues who couldn't be in person here would be joining us digitally on with us, that is Dominic and Ariana.
A heartfelt thank to the International Organizing Committee for their global coordination and commitment to making the Global Summit on Diamond Open Access such a success. I request our Honorable Director, Dr. Tushar Kanti Behra sir, to kindly honor them. Yeah, we also thank our international sponsors, Science Europa, Gates Foundation, Plan S, Operas, Crossref, JPN Center, IIT Indore, NABARD, Society for Promotion of Horticulture. Sir, I request you to be there only. Ladies and gentlemen, we all agree as we come to the close of this summit, we would like to take a moment to sincerely thank the two key persons behind the scene of this global summit on Diamond Open Access, Lydia and Sridhar. From the strong program to the seamless coordination, it's clear how much dedication went in to making this event meaningful and inclusive. On behalf of all the participants, thank you both for the hard work making these important conversations possible.
There is some announcements out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slideshow. Slideshow. Yes.
And now, the big question, because we don't stop here today. So,
who will convene the next global summit on Diamond Open Access? And It will be at Bali, Indonesia. May I call upon my friend Arban and his team to be on this dais, please.
Sorry?
Come on, my two friends, Muhammad Tanzil and Mr. Iwan Arif, please. Distinguished member of International Organizing Committee, respected organizers, dear colleagues and all participants, thank you for trusting Indonesia and Relawan Jurnal Indonesia to host the next summit. Yeah. Any? Yeah. It's like a challenge for us. Yeah. Let's work together for more equal access to knowledge. Thank you. Gitu aja kali ya.
I thank Lydia and Dr. Sridhar for the excellent presentation on Bengaluru Roadmap for Diamond Open Access. We truly appreciate the insights and direction you have shared with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have almost reached the last program of this conference. The closing plenary, commitments and next steps for Diamond Open Access. We will take 2 minutes to arrange the stage, and I will be announcing the panelists and chairs and speakers of this session. Kindly give us 2 minutes.